Hello, hello. Come on in, guys, and type in freedom now. I think I'm live now. Come on in, say hello, and type in freedom now. Freedom now, guys. You have the pleasure of testing this out with me tonight. Freedom now. Join me live. I'm going to answer some immigration questions tonight, in addition to bringing you on. Okay, let's see if I am live tonight. Okay, one of my colleagues says it is coming in. Let's go, guys. Come on in, type in freedom now. Freedom now. I'm LaToya McBean Pompy, an immigration lawyer in New York, working with clients nationwide at McBean Law. I'm using a new setup here that I'm hoping that you guys could help me test out. If I'm live on Facebook and YouTube, certainly type in freedom now to let me know that I'm live. All right. I think I'm live on YouTube, on Facebook. What's going on over on YouTube? Come on in, guys. Hey there, Fiona. Good to see you. Don, thank you so much for being here. Hey there, Junior, Lillian, Janice, Janet, Erica, and others. You're here. All right. Is there a delay? Is there a delay on my end? I'm asking my colleague to let me know if there's a slight delay. All right. Hey there, Kate. Good to see you. Jennifer, Bernadette. Good, guys. Thank you for coming in tonight. This is sort of an experiment, okay? But you will get something from this. I'm going to bring you on, okay? I'm going to invite some of you on to chat with me about your problem, okay? And in the chat, I've invited, there's a link in the chat, okay, that would help you to get connected and enter into the back room here on my end so that I could bring you on. So come on in. If you'd like to join me live tonight, certainly request to come on my show. Type in freedom now, guys. I'm going to play around with some things here, okay? Because I'd like to, there we go. I'd like to see the comments pop up here. This is an entirely new setup for me. Freedom now. Okay, guys. So I'd like for you to join me. Join me, hit that link, and come on in and be my guest tonight on the show. If you have an immigration question or issue that you'd like to chat with me about tonight, happy to have the chat with you, but you'd have to, guys, before I agree to bring you on, you're going to have to go into the private chat. You'll see exactly how it's set up once you click that link and type in your question or your issue, because I want to make sure that I'm bringing on the right people tonight. Okay, so let's just have some fun tonight. Come on in, type in freedom now, and let me know where you guys are joining from tonight. Good things are still happening with immigration, guys. Type in good things are happening. Good things are happening. Okay. For example, today we had gotten two very, very, very big success stories for individuals who have been in the United States for more than 30 years, people who had serious problems. And so we were very happy to give them a call today with some good news about their case, even in during this time, guys, during this environment. Things are so tough with immigration. Let's see. I'm gonna how do I get the chat? I have the chat on the stream, and now I'm trying to get it off. Okay, there we go. Guys, good things are still happening even during the Trump years. Okay, Trump 2.0. This is probably going to be the most challenging immigration times that we're going to experience together, right? But there are still some good things still happening with immigration. Type in good things are happening. Good things are still happening, okay? Um, do you guys see? I'd like to make sure that you guys know exactly how to join me tonight, okay? I need you to see the link. I don't know how to pin it. Okay, guys, There you go. All right. So join me tonight on the show. Hold on. That's not it. Hold on a second. That's the wrong one. Let's do this the right way. I'm going to copy it. Okay. Here we go. This is our first time doing this. Okay. So I just added in the chat for you guys. Hold on a second here. Is it there? There we go. There we go. Join me, click on that link and get into the room to be able to get on live with me. You could come on camera or you can do it by audio. I respect your privacy. I'm not requiring you to join me on camera, okay? But just come on in if you have an immigration issue or question that you'd like to discuss with me tonight. I'm happy to have that discussion with you. There we go. I see that folks are requesting to join. All right. And one ground rule is this. This is the biggest rule that we have tonight as we attempt to do this together. You'll need to put in your immigration issue or question in the private chat so that I could see it because I want to make sure, guys, that I'm bringing on the right people tonight. All right, this is getting exciting. Okay, I see that folks are joining. Come on in and type in the private chat what your issue is so that I could bring you on. Okay, and while I'm waiting for you guys to do that, um, type in good things are happening, type in freedom now. But guys, even though we're experiencing very um some amazing success stories, some bad things are still happening as well, right? We have consultations each day with people who are facing some very, very serious challenges as well. Children are being placed in removal these days for just having a denial of their green card application, okay? And in my experience, normally the government doesn't place children in removal unless they're trying to enter the United States by crossing the border illegally. And so now we're starting to see some children who are going through a basic green card process who are denied, they're now being placed in removal. And of course, we've talked recently about Freaky Friday as well, which is just a very sick thing that the government is doing, targeting unaccompanied minors by offering them $2,500 to the United States and um, threatening to arrest them or their parents if they don't accept this offer. So we see those things happening as well. So there's some good, there's some bad. Don't lose hope, don't lose heart, continue to press on. Continue to press on. And even some immigration attorneys, I'm part of the American Immigration Lawyers Association. And every day I see attorneys, they're emailing the group, the chat group, the list serve. And what are they saying? They're saying, hey, here's some bad things that we're seeing in the field. And then there are some good things. A lot of folks are getting their habeas um, uh, uh, petition approved in court before a federal judge to challenge the unlawful detention of immigrants. So a lot of that is happening as well. Then there was a recent lawsuit that was filed on Friday addressing the $100,000 H-1B visa fee. So we're trying. There's pushback happening. Okay, so do not lose heart. Do not give up. All right, so let's see. I'm going to bring on my first guest. I see others. Guys, in order to come on the show tonight, you've got to put in your question so that I could see it to make sure that you're real and that you legitimately have an immigration concern. Otherwise, I will not bring you on because I have too many folks trolling me. And I want to make sure that I'm bringing on the right people. Okay, so let's see if I could remember how this works again. All right, guys, cheer me on, cheer me on. Tell me I'm doing great. Let's see if I could I think Susan has a good question that I'm going to bring on the show. Okay, Susan, so get ready. Hey there, Susan. Susan, can you hear
Hello,
me?
hello. Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
Hi, how are you? Where are you tonight?
California,
We're in, okay, California. I don't need to know
the Bay
anything else.
Area.
The Bay Area. Good. Have you been watching our show or subscribed for a very long time, or did you recently find us?
Yeah, no, no, no. I've been following you. I don't know, maybe like a year ago. Very interesting stuff that you offer.
Oh,
Thank you.
oh, you're very welcome. So what's going on, Susan?
Yeah, so I recently got my green card back in 2024. But I had a DUI from 2018.
Okay.
Not too sure if I should travel out of the country. I spoke to my attorney. She said that I should be fine since it was just a DWI. But I'm still trying to see any other advices from any other attorneys.
Yeah, I think to be on the conservative side, um, my advice these days is for folks who have a criminal record and a green card to not travel. Um, Although, on the one hand, we're not hearing that many stories these days about people being roughed up at the airports, um, people being held up in secondary for non-legitimate reasons. We're really not. I'm not hearing very many of those stories, but I typically err on the side of protecting your stay here in the U.S. and protecting your status, your green card holder status, and I just think it's risky. It's risky. If you want to take the risk, you can. You might be fine. But I'm just advising green card holders with a criminal record not to travel. This government, they're very aggressive. They're very aggressive and they're looking for more green card holder stories to put out there. Um, and just a few months ago, CBP threatened folks publicly. I forget when exactly. There was a post on X targeting green card holders with a criminal record. It wasn't a very specific post in terms of who they're going to um, target necessarily, what type of record, so to speak, they will target. It was very broad, and it made me feel uncomfortable as an immigration attorney. So I would just say, if it's not an emergency, then I wouldn't travel. I just don't think it's such a great idea.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Let's see if I could get you off. All right, guys, I might get the hang of this very soon. Once I relax a little, gotta relax. Okay. Um, all right. So, guys, to get on to tonight's show, I have the link is in the chat. Click on that link. Next time I do this, we'll have it formatted a lot easier and better for you guys Um, uh, to see. My colleague who is moderating from behind the scenes says everything's okay. But if it's very difficult for you to see the link on the screen, just take a look in the chat there and you'll see our link. Okay, let's see. Type in freedom now. Thank you, Susan, for joining. Thank you. Thank you. Let's bring on Dee. Dee wants to talk about DACA. Now, how do I get rid of? Okay, I'm going to remove Susan. Let's get Dee on. Dee, are you still there? Okay, I don't see her. Is Dee back? Okay, let's go down a little bit. Okay, and I see a question here. I'm not going to bring it up, involving a federal investigation that someone is involved with. I'm not bringing, just guys, remember that this is a public forum and there's just really so much that we should really talk about in this public forum, okay? So let's use a little discretion as you come on the show tonight. Let's see. I want to get Dee on. She has a really good question about DACA. Dee, I think you should try to come back on, okay? I see others are there in the wait-in room, but I'm waiting for you to type in your question so that I can make sure that you're real and that you have a real immigration concern. Okay, let's see. Let's go up. Lydia, we're not gonna go into that. It's too personal. Okay, Erica, let's get you on. Hi, Erica. Can you hear us?
Hello, yes, I could hear you.
Hi, how are you?
Good, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm terrific. Where in the country are you?
I am in Idaho.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. So, what's going on?
So, me, my brother, and my mother had to renew our permanent residency cards this
Okay.
May. And so they expire this November. But when we check on the website to check the progress, it says it's going to take about 22 months.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's very slow.
Okay, so what should we do? Are we going to be illegal from November
No,
on?
no. So, this is the green card renewal process. You're still a resident. Nothing has
Okay.
changed with regard to that. Only an immigration judge can strip that status away from you. You have you have your receipt notice, correct? Showing that
Yes.
your I-90 is filed, has been
Yes.
filed, and I think you'll be fine. It's a slow process. There's really nothing that you can do about it at this time.
Okay.
Okay? So just hang in
Okay.
there.
No, thank you so
Thank
much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. All right. Let's see. Let's go down a little bit. Okay, let's get D on. D, are you back? There you go. Hey there, D.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you're back. How are you?
I'm good. I'm
What's
calling from
what's going on?
Chicago.
Chicago. Uh-oh.
Mhm.
How is it? How is it where you're living, so to speak?
It's quite a nightmare.
It's scary.
It's scary. A lot of folks are basically just afraid to leave their homes. A lot of people are just being snatched in the streets,
Oh
so
my
it's a
God.
very scary situation. My question in regards to the DACA, there was an application that was submitted back in 2021, but then there was a judge that basically stopped all new applications to be submitted. So I never got a response. So the question is with this new, I don't know if they're accepting the new applications now. Would that still be good, or would I have to submit a new application, to be submitted, or what's the process with that?
Right. No, well, I for one have said DACA is back, and I believe that it is back based on the federal government's response in court saying this is what we will do. So we're expecting this month for some further news with regard to, information from USCIS about updating your address and things like that. So for those of you who had a pending application that was paused due to this long litigation, we're expecting USCIS to push it forward. We're expecting biometric notices to be sent out, um, uh, various emails and updates to the public about, the fact that your address again needs to be updated because if you're in Texas, well, you're not going to get an EAD, unfortunately. So the good news, I think, for someone in your shoes is that after waiting all these years for the government to move forward or adjudicate your DACA application, they're finally going to do it. So I would just be on standby over the next few weeks for further instructions and information from the government. I would expect a biometrics notice for you to go in and do your fingerprints.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Okay, let's get her off. Perfect. All right, guys, type in freedom now. I'm still not 100% comfortable with this setup, so bear with me, okay? Bear with me. Type in freedom now and where you're joining from tonight. To be on tonight's show, please type your question in the private chat once you come in so that I could confirm that you're real and that you're not a troll or a MAGA person. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Freedom now, guys. Let's see. I see folks are in here. Let's get you out. X out, remove Susan. Okay. If you're joining, you've got to ask a question. And if you do not ask your question, I will boot you out of the wait-in room because I could only have up to about 10 people in the wait-in room, okay? And if I've already answered your question, I will not be bringing you back on. Okay, so let's remove. Get you out. Let's go. All right, guys, click the link. Click the link to join tonight's show. Okay, click the link. Let's get you in. You can be on. I would love it if someone comes on camera. Come on, guys. Come on camera with me. Come on camera with me. Okay. Okay, let's go. Freedom now. And let's go into the chat. Okay. Okay. So Zuri is asking for someone who has overstayed by 5 years, do you think they should be fine with filing adjustment of status, or should they accept voluntary departure and go back to their country? Okay, so Zuri, when you mention voluntary departure, the first thing that I think about is, okay, you're in removal proceedings. Are you in removal proceedings? If you're in removal proceedings, well, adjustment of status most likely is not a process that you can do unless you're an arriving alien and USCIS has jurisdiction over a green card adjustment of status application for you. That's not the case for very many people. And so they would just start out with an I-130 family petition if that's their route. Giving up and going back to your home country is a personal decision to make, but just be careful with that decision. Ask yourself many questions about, about the process and about the possibility of maybe wanting to come back to the United States one day. And if you were to have that desire to return to the United States, what that pathway would look like. So speak with an immigration lawyer to get very clear, crystal clear on that process before you decide to give up and go back to your home country. Let's see if I could get these back up on the stream here. Let's go down a little bit. Okay. If your case is administratively closed, do you still have to pay? So whatever fees the government, by the way, guys, a lot of you who are in removal will be getting various notices from the government about various fees that you'll have to pay. You might have heard about the small $100 asylum fee, annual fee. That's nothing compared to what others will have to pay. Some folks will have to pay $5,000. They're going to be getting notices or bills for $5,000. I've already seen one for $5,000. And then the applications, they're so expensive now in court. The filing fees are just incredibly high. The government is literally trying to milk you as much as possible here. So whatever fee is required of you, particularly the asylum fee, that is something that you've got to pay, okay? We paid the fee for our clients by that September 30th deadline, although the system was crashing, and a lot of us had problems paying those fees for our clients, but we still paid all of those fees. So be careful with that. Pay that $100 asylum fee. If you'd like to join tonight's show, click the link in the chat and type in your question in the private chat so that I could see it before I agree to pull you on to my show tonight. Let's see. Let's go through some of these questions. Am I live now, or is this a am I live now, or is this a replay? Can't you tell this is live? This is so live. More live than I'd like, but I'm live. Okay, let's go, guys. Let's see something here. Okay, that's the link. Click the link, guys, to come on with me. Let's go down a little bit. I have not used this software in years. I have not used this in years. Okay, let's go. Let's get better at this. Okay, so someone is asking, what is the time frame for VAWA? It's 3 years. 3 years. Kiara says here that her VAWA was approved in 2023. Great. Great. Let's see if I might have to block this person. Okay, just block the first person on YouTube. Okay, let's go down a little bit. My son had overstayed. It's been 18 years now, and every time he goes in for a visa interview, he's being denied. Why is that? Sugar T is asking. He's here in the United States, overstayed by that many years. He's probably, the question really is, who is filing for him? Was it you? Did you file for him? Are you the petitioner? And if so, are you a US citizen or a green card holder? How old is your son now? There are so many questions that I have. You could come on the show so that I could ask you those questions and we could have a discussion about it. Okay, let's see. I see a couple of people are waiting in the room here, the back room here to join tonight's show, but I do not see any questions. So go ahead and type in your question in the private chat, okay? Stephanie says that I should start blocking some people. I have. Thank you, Stephanie. Is PIP still here? Yes. Military parole in place is still around. Okay. Are there any updates on the fiancé visa process? No. No, there aren't any updates. Let's do this. Okay, and while this is loading, let's go on the channel and let's get rid of this guy. He's really annoying me. I think he's already gone. I've already blocked him. Yeah, he's blocked. He's blocked, guys. Okay, let's go. Type in freedom now, guys. Type in freedom now. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so let's see. I have a court case on September 8th in Cleveland. I saw my lawyer. There was an email saying that they received an email. The lawyer said that he or she received an email from the clerk that the case has been postponed from that day. I always check on EOIR website, and it says that I don't have a case in court. That might not be right. I think you do have a case in court. You have a lawyer, and that lawyer is communicating with the court. The clerk sent an email indicating that there's an adjournment. Something might have happened, and you probably, uh, maybe there was a shift in the docket or something happened, and there was no hearing that day for you, or whatever the case might be. But you're definitely in removal based on the fact that the clerk is communicating with your lawyer and has adjourned your case. It's possible that maybe your file hasn't been turned over quite yet to the immigration court, and so the judge wants to postpone your hearing. That happens. That's normal. And so when you check EOIR's website, it will say something like, the fact that your case is still pending and you don't have a date yet, hearing date yet, but just continue to monitor that. Your lawyer sounds like he or she's staying on top of things, which is good. So at some point you'll have your hearing. Okay. Thank you. Hey there, MJ. Freedom now. Freedom now. Okay, let's see. Again, guys, if you'd like to come on the show tonight with your immigration question or concern, click on the link in the chat to join tonight's show. You can come on video or audio. Let's see. G says, it's been a long process, but I'm happy to share the good news that I've been approved for the green card. That's great. When can I apply for citizenship? I'm married to a US citizen. Well, G, you could apply for citizenship at the 3-year mark of being a resident. That's great. Congratulations. Thank you for sharing the good news. Thank you. My wife is American, and I have been living in the US for 14 years as an undocumented person. So my marriage is 9 years old so far. An immigration office has approved my marriage. Excellent. Congratulations. See, guys, because some good things are happening. Okay. Yes, every day we look at the news, we go on TikTok, which I'm taking a break from for a good while. We look at so many negative things that are happening. It could be so overwhelming and feel so discouraging. But just know that immigration is still functioning. They're still approving cases. We got 2 amazing stories to share with you guys very soon involving cases that have been pending, not pending a long time, but cases in which folks have been tied up for decades trying to get that freedom. And finally, it worked out for them. Freedom now, guys. Okay, let's see. Let's go down. Did I? Okay, go down. Can I travel out of the country if I'm a citizen? We've discussed VAWA. VAWA takes 3 years. 3 years. Let's go down. Freedom Now, Marie. Good to have you. Thank you. Hey there. Blessed Thanksgiving. Thank you for being here tonight. Okay. Is it normal? Good question. Is it normal to receive biometric screening for both husband and wife when filing an I-130? Nowadays, it's becoming more and more common. The government is looking for petitioners who have a criminal record as well. And specifically, they're looking for people who have an outstanding warrant. So they're calling in more petitioners to do biometrics. It never used to be common, okay? For normally, they would bring in petitioners if they are concerned that that individual potentially has, maybe a sex offense on the record. And so they want those biometrics to confirm what they believe to be the case. But nowadays, that's not even what they're focusing on. Really, they're looking to see who they could arrest on both the petitioner and the beneficiary side. Okay. Let's see. How long does it take to receive the EAD? Let's see, how long does it take to receive the EAD for an I-485 case? Normally, it takes 1 to 3 months. In marriage cases with humanitarian cases, however, like VAWA, it can take several months. It's a slower process now for the humanitarian applications. Freedom Now, Don, thank you so much. Thank you. Let's see. Let's see. Let's go ahead and hide. All right. Guys, join me tonight on the show. Scroll up and take a look at the link, right? Let's see if I could find it here as well. I'm going to add the link to invite you. And there it is. All right. Come on the show. Say something or be on camera. All right. So that we can do this the right way. Good things are happening. Let's go. Where is your law firm? Well, the law firm is located in White Plains, New York. Okay. White Plains, New York, but we work virtually with clients nationwide. We have a lot of good things happening at McBean Law, as a matter of fact. Let's do this while I can. So many moving parts here. A lot of good things are happening. Here's the QR code. I managed to figure this part out tonight. Woohoo! All right, guys. So if you're there and you're thinking, my God, things are so bad. Things are so bad. I'm not even gonna, just jump in and do something with immigration, although I can. I'm so afraid. I don't know if I should or I shouldn't. Take a look at some of the success stories that we have at McBean Law. Scan the QR code, go on our website, mcbeanlaw.com/success, where you can read some very encouraging stories. You very well might find your story there. I don't know. But go to our website, guys, and take a look at those stories because good things are still happening and you're testifying as well. So keep the faith. Keep the faith. Tonight, I had a very, very late consultation tonight, actually, from home because the schedule, it just didn't work out today for us to meet earlier. And Normally, I wouldn't do that. Okay. Normally, I just wouldn't allow it to encroach on my personal time and personal space. And the fact that I also need to recover from the stress of running a very busy law practice during this stressful time. So I'm very protective of my time. And I almost never allow anyone to encroach on my private time. But I felt strongly that I should just make it happen. I should make it happen for this person. She might be watching right now. I don't know. I just felt like, you know what, just do it because I think she needs this. And we talked and she needed it. She really needed it, that one-on-one time, and so then I said, "Okay, well, let's go live. Let's, there's a new software that we have that I haven't used in many, many years. I still am trying to figure out what's what. So long as I could get live, become live, I'm gonna go live and chat with some of you and maybe encourage you and just be a light tonight and for you to hear other people's success stories. And so that's what this is all about tonight. All right. So let's get some good information, encourage yourself, read these success stories, and be encouraged. Okay. Because some good things are still happening. Do not give up. Janet, thank you. Thank you. All right, let's go down. Let's go down. I found it to be a little distracting actually to have your comments on the screen. So I'm just going to keep them off the screen and just do it this way. Okay, let's keep going. And by the way, I have blocked some of those folks who are trolling. Okay, let's see. Chi says, I was trying to get into the waiting room, but I no longer see the link. Okay, well, I will take care of that right now. Let's get the link here. Okay, there you go. It's back in the chat. Okay, it's back in the chat, so come on in. How long does it take to get adult unmarried children green card from the Caribbean? It can take several years, okay? Several years, whether it doesn't even matter whether you're a US citizen or a green card holder. Oh, I see that folks are scanning the QR code. Excellent. Scan the QR code, guys. Get on the our website and read those success stories tonight and just encourage yourself, okay? Meditate on something good as you go to sleep, all right? So it takes several years to bring adult unmarried children. For some people, it could very well be 7 years, for others, 8 years. Check the visa bulletin to see what the government is up to, but it's a long process. Get them in line as soon as possible, okay? As soon as possible. Okay, let's go. Thank you for that question. And as you get in the waiting room, guys, type in your question so that I could confirm that you are who you are, so to speak, and that you're not a troll. Because I do not want to expose anyone to the wrong people tonight on my show. All right, let's go. Yes, 485 is possible. Someone is asking, is it possible to do adjustment of status with a pending asylum? Is that even a possibility anymore? It is possible. And the way that we usually tackle it is we want to ensure that our client gets the green card and then the green card approval before withdrawing the asylum case, okay? Okay, let's see. Okay, if you're in the waiting room, the rule tonight is that you'll need to you'll need to type in your question. I see that some folks are typing. Okay. Type in your question so that I could see it. Freedom Now. Hey there, Ade. Thank you for being here tonight. The N400, how long does it take on the N400? For most people, it's actually less than a year, under a year, for the N400 to be approved. Okay. Okay, let's go to. Is it okay to? Oh God. uh, Guys, I do see some of your questions coming in the private chat. Be careful with your content there, please. Although it's coming to me only, just know that I'm not going to pull up certain information, pull up certain topics on this show, topics about gun ownership and all of that. I'm not going to discuss that on this show. Okay. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Okay. I did my interview with USCIS. Then the following month, I got arrested. Will this affect me? Yeah, probably. Because USCIS, if USCIS goes ahead and do further background check, of course, they might find out about this arrest and ask you to submit your disposition and your arrest record so that they could get a good sense of what happened. And that is something that you'll need to do in order for you to go all the way until the end to get a decision in your case. It's possible that they could approve your case without even knowing about that arrest. Certainly, the burden is on them to do their homework, to dig deeper, to learn about an applicant before they make a decision. For some people, unfortunately, what happens is USCIS goes ahead and makes a decision about a case. And later and approves it, and then I don't know, somehow later on they find out about maybe it's a conviction at that point, and then it's a problem, of course. But you could certainly, if you'd like to speak with us one-on-one about what happened there, so that I could find out, or my colleagues can find out what type of case you might have, what happened, and whether there's a way of obviously intervening and maybe providing the right information to USCIS. The timing really, really matters here. So you can get a consultation with us if you'd like to go further. Okay. Okay, my guest room is full. Let's see what's going on over here. Let's go here. Okay, go down. Let's get Chris in.
Steering wheel. Exactly. We leave behind a bacterial signature.
Hi there, Chris. Do you mind turning down the television if that's the TV that we're hearing? Hello there. Chris, can you hear?
Hello. I think that's me.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, good evening, ma'am. My question is, I have a grandson that I had filed for way back. His mother died, and then he went home for holidays. That's been 4 years now, and he lost his green card. What I'm trying to find out is how can I bring him back? When I inquired from INS, I was told he has to be in the country for us to renew his green card, but he couldn't come back because it's already expired.
Yeah, there's
So
two
I
ways
don't know what to do next.
there's two ways. I hear a great accent, by the way. Are you from Haiti?
From Africa, yeah,
Oh,
South
Africa.
Africa.
Okay, what
Yes, ma'am.
country? What country?
Zambia.
Okay, okay. Um, okay, so the southern part, right, of Africa.
Yes, ma'am. That's Southern Africa. Yes, ma'am.
Right, right. Okay, so two ways to bring him back. There's a return in resident process, application process that he could go through. And then the other way is he could actually show up. He could actually show up at the airport. It's very well possible for customs to allow him in. He could do the SB, I think it's SB1, the return in resident form.
Mm-hmm.
To return in that manner if you don't feel very comfortable with just allowing him to show up at the airport and waiting to see how customs will make a decision on it. You can contact us for us to go a little deeper with that process. I'm gonna release you now. Okay, there's a number of people waiting in the waiting
Thank you,
room.
ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Okay, that's good, Chris. Let's see. Where is, I see one word here. Guys, and okay, I see that some people are typing. You've got to put in your question. Okay. Let's go here. Let's go down. Someone says, I'm scared about my interview. I'm scared for my interview. You know, I could see why you know, obviously would be concerned because there are so many things, so many stories that we're hearing about people being arrested during their green card interview, if that's what you have coming up. But the way that I like to say it is this: what is your risk level? What is the possibility of you being arrested at this interview? Is it high risk level? Is it low? I mean, what's really on your record that would cause the government to arrest you at this interview? Okay. Speak one on one with an attorney to determine, do you have anything to be concerned about? You might not have anything to be worried about. You know, we go to interviews with our clients fairly regularly these days, and they're fine. They're fine. But, you know, for those who we know have a very serious record, we advise them ahead of time that there's a possibility that this might happen at your interview. And we haven't seen it happen yet, thank God, right? We haven't seen it happen yet. Not saying that it can't happen, because other immigration attorneys, they have their clients who are being arrested during these interviews. But just understand what your risk level is before you allow this fear to grip you. Because if you don't show up for your interview, well, you'll have a problem. They'll deny your case, right? They'll deny your case. It's almost 11 o'clock. All right. So, Misha, don't be afraid of that. And also prepare yourself for your interview. Prepare, prepare, prepare. That's going to allow your confidence level to really grow, right? If you know what to expect, what types of questions they're likely to ask, you might very well do fine, right? Walk in there confident, knowing your stuff, knowing what's on your application, and just be ready to go. I think that being prepared and understanding your risk level, those two things combined, those two is what's really going to bring you to the finish line. Okay, so hang in there. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Let's go down here. Citizenship, again, is usually under a year in most parts of the country. Form I-601A, how likely is it to be approved nowadays, and how long? It's still a lengthy process, 3 to 4 years on average. We had one that was approved in 2.5 years. It's still, the way it's a waiver, still hard. You still got to prove that extreme hardship to that qualifying relative. And yes, people who do the 601A, they're headed to a U.S. embassy, right? They're leaving the country, okay? It's because that's the whole point, right? They're unable to adjust their status or ineligible to adjust their status, so they need this I-601A waiver that will bring them to a U.S. embassy. Let's go down a little bit. Let's see, do I have someone jump back in and it's asking about our email address. Our email address is on the screen. I'm not sure if those of you who are watching through using your cell phone, whether you could see this or not. This is one of the things that we're trying to fix here as well. But it's info@mcbeanlaw.com. info@mcbeanlaw.com. Oops. Let's see. Let's go down. What's the cost to file for an I-130 case for a child over 21? Cher is asking. So Cher, if you're asking about our fees, that's not something that I discuss publicly. The government charges, what is it, $675 for the filing fee, okay? There's a scene that I'm trying to remember how to pull up here. Let's hide this. Let's go over here. I think it is, might be this. Okay, so earlier I was speaking with you guys about preparing for your interview. We have a terrific new resource for couples, those who are going in for an I-130 and I-485 green card interview, not the removal of conditions, I-751 process. This course is not for the removal of conditions cases. It's only for the I-130 and I-485 couples, okay? And this course, this is 23 videos of me getting in your head, right, with the questions that you really need to hone in on and the things you really need to think about as you're approaching USCIS on that very big day. All right. We talked about confidence and the fact that you've got it. The more you know, the more confident you feel. Like the more I become comfortable with this new platform, the better it will be. Right. The more you know, the better. Don't walk into that field office unprepared. Okay, this is a course designed for you to sit down with your spouse. It's a 1 hour course. It's 23 very short videos going through the background questions that you're likely to get, what you're likely to, what you're required to do and show and bring with you on the day of your interview. I go through the interview notice with you. And then also we have 100 questions, possible questions that you're likely to get. Now, guys, there are tips that I share during this course based on my own experience preparing clients and working with couples over the years. So grab this resource. It's the QR code is right there as well. So just go ahead and get onto the website and save it. If you know that you're going to have an interview this year, you're going to want to take this course. Guys, I'm going to jump off. Okay, I'm going to jump off. Going to jump off now. Thank you so much for being with me tonight. I'm going to do this during the daytime when I have more help. And now that I got my first run with this new setup, I'm expecting it to be much better the next time with the link on how to join this chat. And I want you to come prepared, come with your questions, and let's discuss things together live. Thanks so much for being with me, guys. It was fun, and have a wonderful rest of your